This is the next book that I got her. It is originally $23. And I think it had it in paperback and hardback. I think it was like $15 for the paperback. Okay. This book came out, I think, in May. And I felt like this was something easy for her to start with. It wasn't overwhelming. So, this isn't something I would want for myself, though. Both of these books are, I guess, basics. If you're not wanting to get overwhelmed, and she does have ADHD, so that's good for her. So we start out with the chapter 1 in astrological foundation. And then the 4 elements. And 3 modalities. I can't say that word. I know what it is. I can't say it, though. Modalities. And that is... Then the chapter 3 is the sun signs. Sorry, you probably hear the pages turn. And chapter 4 is the ascendant or rising sign. And Dickens. I can't pronounce everything, okay? That happened when I got COVID last year. And it never stopped. Okay. Chapter 5, planets and other essential bodies. Chapter 6, the aspects. Well, I don't know how that happened so easily. She doesn't know any of this stuff yet, so I figured this would be great. So there's a part 2. That was part 1. Sorry. Part 2, understanding your birth chart. And then there's chapter 8, structuring your birth chart. That's going to be very, very useful. Chapter 9, interpreting your birth chart. That's what she needs help with. Chapter 10, taking a closer look. Talks about retrograde. It explains it. Astrological transits. And then it goes to part 3. Sun signs at work and in love. So I wasn't really sure why they put the work and love together. Wasn't sure about that at all. It says we'll cover all 12 sun signs in work and love to give you some ideas for potential careers and how compatible each sign is with others. I don't think they should have been together like that. That's what I had a problem with. I was like, what? Chapter 11, your calling according to the zodiac. So it talks about what type of job you should have. I agree with it. I have all this stuff in these little books that I got for $1 a piece at the Dollar Tree. Of course, they're all each book is by a zodiac sign. You know what I'm saying? So you need all 12 of them. But still. Okay. Love, chapter 12 is love according to the zodiac. And like I said, this is basically the same stuff I got out of that book. And it's right. It is right. Then it talks about compatibility by aspects. That was on one of the pages in there. And then part 4 is key takeaways in astrological appendices. Yeah, that word. Chapter 13 is conclusion. My hope is that this book has given you a new appreciation for a deeper understanding of key areas within astrology, as well as a new way to see astrology in non-binary terms. So, wow, that is literally just these 2 pages, the conclusion. Interesting. I don't think you need a whole chapter for that. Glossary of terms. Oh, and it has like air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Ascendant, aspects, asteroids, cardinal signs, cusp. The beginning of a house, the natal chart, or where one sign ends and another begins. My son, he's one of those. And then there's tables, astrological tables. That's what I found interesting. To me, this isn't a book that I would buy for myself because I know the basics. It's a planetary table. Table of Dickens. Further reading. Index. So, that is my take on the new book, The Complete Guide to Astrology. Do I think it's a complete guide? Yes, but it's not one for, like, what I'm looking for. And I just haven't bought one yet because I'm trying to do so many different things at once. And I really need back on my ADHD meds so I can focus on one thing at a time, finish it, and start on another project. But I'm wanting one to, like, plan my life. And there are books for that. As predictive astrology. But yeah, I guess this is a good book. And it's not much more for the hardback. And I'm a fan of hardback books. Most of the time.